Hey, g'day, folks. How you going? Give me 1 second while I go into YouTube and get a URL from the biggest wanker that I've come across in YouTube history. Now, this guy, now, if I click out of this and go and do that, it should stay on the camera and that I won't see you, but you'll. So I'm just going to go into YouTube and get a URL and post it in the comment section so you can go and have a look to see what I'm talking about. I'll give you a link because I don't lie. I don't make stories up and I don't tell bullshit. Unlike the URL that I'm going to give you to a YouTube channel, which is so full of crap, rubbish, wankerism, and bullshit that you are just going to love watching it. So give me a second while I go and have a look at it. I should have done this before. I should have had it clicked into my mouse, but you know what I'm like, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty hopeless at this sort of stuff. So let's have a look here. Here it is. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving you the link to the overall channel. Now, what I would like to do is when you go in there, go to the live stream, okay? Click on where it says live, okay? And there's a video in there called, hang on, let me put this up on StreamYard first. Here it is here. Here it is here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to laugh your socks off because it is beyond a joke. It is beyond a joke. Now, that's the link, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to just go and have a look at. So when you look at this particular video channel, click on the front page and click on where it says live, and you'll see the first thing that comes up is a Philippine story, aka a shed in Kananga Leyte. Just go and have a look at that. And at around about 37 minutes into that video, which is 2 hours and 34 minutes long, you will see a complete and utter derelict numpty, a total jerk-off, the most unkempt, vulgarly outrageous fool who looks like Stacey Dixon's Bigfoot, making these huge claims about how he's going to beat the shit out of me and do all this crap to me and how it's going to be my worst day if I ever meet him. But I have to track him down. This big, brave, huge man telling everybody that all these dire things that he's going to do to me, sitting in his, well, what is he sitting in? He tries to convince you that he's sitting in a home in the Philippines, but doesn't look like a Philippines house to me. He walks around saying, oh, I've got this outside the door and I've got papaya trees and mango trees and cassava growing and all this out, but he didn't show us anything. In fact, wherever he is doesn't look like a house in the Philippines to me. And then he refers to the fact that he's in Mississippi somewhere because he's a loser, ladies and gentlemen. He's just a fucking loser. But this man sits there and tells everybody, yeah, I'm going to fucking do GD. GD's nothing to me. Oh, fucking, yeah. If he fucking meets me, I'm going to fucking do this prick. Well, if he's so strong, so fucking Van Turner, what a girl, is turning around then saying, but you have to track me down, GD. What a fucking numpty. What a complete and utter total fucking knob. I'm this big, tough fucking hillbilly motherfucker that's going to make GD's life fucking misery. If he comes anywhere near me, I'm going to fucking destroy him. But I'm going to hide until he finds me. He's going to have to track me down. What kind of fucking mental case coward git is that? If this man was so fucking strong, was so fucking powerful, was going to tear me limb from limb like he says, he would be inviting me to come to his home. He would be giving me his address and saying, hey, turn up, motherfucker. I'm not scared of you. But he keeps sitting there saying, oh, I don't care about GD. He's nothing to me. But I'm going to protect my identity and I'm going to hide where I live because I'm fucking shitting myself because we all know what GD can do. GD will shut me down. Now, go and have a look at the fucking numpty who he's on a live stream with. This fucking ignorant cunt who says I'm in Cordoba. No, he's not in Cordoba. He's in Leyte. He's in a province of Leyte in the middle of fucking nowhere. And even the loser fucking third world fucking I am in poverty fucking will do anything for $1 Filipina that he had something to do with has walked out on him because even she can't put up with his fucking bullshit. This Andy on Mac 10. What a fucking loser. There's their fucking, there's his fucking, go and have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Unfucking believable. Dixon went on there, but was very careful to keep his mouth shut because he's been told by the Chappells, you fucking upset this bloke and he's going to fucking make our life a misery, so keep your mouth shut. So Dixon went on there, didn't say a fucking word. Go and have a look. Go and have a look at this video that I'll put up there on the link and go and have a look after around about 35 minutes. And then Dixon comes in, doesn't say fucking shit about GD. He's been told. He's been fucking told. And he knows that if he starts his bullshit online again, I'm going to fucking destroy the Chappell's reputation and they're going to cut him out so fast it's not funny. But he didn't say a fucking word because he's under fucking control. But the fucking idiot Van Turner carrying on like some fucking prize-fighting fucking champion of the fucking world, talking this absolute utter fucking garbage that he's gonna fucking deal to me. If I fucking come in his face, he's gonna fucking tear me limb from him. Hiding. Well, come along and do that. I mean, not a problem. Come along and do that. Destroy me. Tear me limb from limb. But how can you do that while you're hiding, saying, I've got to track you down? You gutless, fucking, ignorant piece of shit coward in Minnesota or Mississippi, wherever you are. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. Yeah, right. Well, this is another one. Malaki Tito Ko. Yeah, I'll tell you what, unless you turn your camera on and show me who you are, you're going to be banned from the studio and blocked from my channel in about 2 seconds. So either turn your camera on. Yeah, there you go. Trolls. So, I am a YouTube celebrity because I've got trolls. That's what they are. Complete and utter, total numpty fucking losers. Van Turner. Go and have a look at this channel and the live stream. Hang on, let me just do this again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just do this again. Give me 1 second and I'll show you. I mean, it is beyond a joke what these two fucking derelict, drunk, fucking losers have to say for themselves. It is beyond a joke. It is beyond a joke. So here we go. This pathetic, disgusting, vile little man. Andy's never been on MacTan. He is a gutless piece of shit coward hiding on Leyte. Again, there's no way that guy is going to confront me because I will take him down. It's as simple as that. I will take that guy down, out to the cleaners, wipe the fucking floor with him or whatever. Okay? And that's why he is the gutless fucking worm, sniveling piece of shit that he is. But ladies and gentlemen, in this video, listen, this video here, this live video that he put up 2 weeks ago, a Philippine story, aka a shed in Cananga lady. Let me put up the the link to this, ladies and gentlemen. so that you can see for yourself the absolute bullshit and stupidity and utter crap that this man talks. There it is there, ladies and gentlemen. Go and have a look, but go and have a look from around about 35 minutes later and see what a completely mental, derelict, deficient fucking loser has. Now, I've got a picture of a complete and utter total wild fucking loser on the channel now going like this. In fact, let me show you, ladies and gentlemen, but he's too much of a coward to let me show you. This guy is a fucking numpty, beyond numpty. Let me film you for it to show you what a complete and utter total fucking degenerate piece of shit this bio fuckwit really is. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. You see, rather than identify himself, rather than back up any of his claims, he sits there anonymously behind the camera going like this. This big, brave man threatening my life, threatening to do all this shit with his fucking wild beard and his wild hair and all his fucking nonsense. He's sitting there carrying on like the wild man of fucking Borneo, hiding. Now he's holding up Red Horse. Now he's holding up alcohol because that's where he gets his courage, ladies and gentlemen. He's a fucking wanker in fucking cyberspace, hiding somewhere in Mississippi or Minnesota, wherever it is, talking his shit because, you know, like the guy is a fucking mental case. But, you know, what can I say, ladies and gentlemen? I'll put this up. Here we go. Let's just film the cunt. Let's just film the idiot and show you. Here we go. Here he is. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. You know, let me get this on camera. There he is. This is the big hero who's going to destroy GD. This is the big, tough man who's got the balls, ladies and gentlemen, who's hiding somewhere, who won't identify where he's hiding, but he keeps saying, come to me and I'll fucking kill you, I'll fucking tear you, but I'll rip you to pieces. It's going to be a real bad day if you meet me in person. I'll destroy it. But look at him. Look at this fucking moron. All he can do is drink piss and talk shit. Because that's the friend of Brian Smith. That's the ally of fucking the idiot called Andy on MacTan, who's not on MacTan, who's never been on MacTan, who lives in Lady, who's a fucking dreamer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the link that I gave you before is hilarious because you know why? He sits there, this guy with no shirt in this crummy, grubby, horrible little Filipino shithole saying, oh, I've got business in Berlin, and then when I've taken care of my business in Berlin, I'm going to move to Portugal. I mean, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? This pathetic, grubby, 75-year-old, pathetic little man has got business in Berlin that he has to take care of while he decides to move his property and his estate from the Philippines to Portugal. Now, look at this prick, ladies and gentlemen. In real time, he can see me and I can see him. Now, get up and show. Yeah, look, he's gone. So get up and show us your Philippines house. No, this guy he's gone because he's had it. He is a pathetic loser, a gutless coward. And ladies and gentlemen, go and have a look at that. You know, Dixon was smart enough to give up. If he'd have said one fucking word on that live stream, you have got no idea the amount of videos that I've got made to send to so many contacts of the chapels, his employers, to completely ruin their reputation. And they've told him in no uncertain terms, shut your fucking mouth. We don't need this guy spreading the bullshit that you've shown him. Dixon has wised up because, ladies and gentlemen, what's happened in Arkansas at the moment is the federal government has cut all the farming subsidies to all the farmers in Arkansas, including his bosses, $4.5 million a year. So his bosses are deciding out of the several staff members they've got who they can afford to pay and who they can't. Well, do you think they're going to continue paying some fucking idiot who's ruining their reputation with everybody around them and every circle they've got. Remember, before I contacted them, I downloaded everything that they know. I learnt this from Dixon and his idiot mates themselves. Troll through their accounts, find every contact they've got, who they know, write it all down so you can refer to them in the future, and then send them as much crap as you can. Well, I haven't done that yet because I gave them a choice. Shut the fool up, or that's what I'm going to do. And that's why he's disappeared. Because there are hundreds of ignorant, uneducated, illiterate, mongoloid farmhands like him wandering out in Arkansas looking for a job and a place to stay. And they've told him in no uncertain terms, shut the fuck up about this GDME character from Australia, or you'll be joining that line of people that have got no work. And he's realised, oh, fuck, I better shut up. But notice in his live stream, ladies and gentlemen, he's sitting there in that dark, dingy, horrible fucking trailer of his, and when the camera pans up, you see the stains on the roof where it's, I mean, he's living in a fucking trailer that leaks. It's got stains, water, everything, the whole fucking lot. Ernesto, can we start, Dom? There you go. There's, ladies and gentlemen, a great supporter of the channel who is, in fact, probably the only reason that most of them are gone. Ernesto, can we start? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. How are you, mate?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Jeff.
I'm surprised you dropped in, actually. I came on this afternoon here in Australia. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the North Coast. So I didn't expect anybody to be there, actually. Area's back again, ladies. You know, this is going to make an excellent video. Here is the big hero, talking such wonderful crap. Like all he can do is hold his feet. He can't say, well, look, this is my address in the Philippines. This is where I live. Come and see me, and I'll do all this. I'll fuck you up. I will, you know, that's all he can do. This fucking pathetic numpty nonce from the bayou of whatever southern state he comes from, this Democrat loser, this fucking ignorant. Now, look, go outside and show us the Philippines. Go outside and show us the Philippines. Come on, you idiot. This guy is so unbelievably sick and twisted. He is just a piece of shit. And I'm just going to block him. But I'll show you the video of this fool who on his mate's live stream threatens me with every kind of dire bloody happening, threatens with killing. He's holding up a piece of paper now that I can't read. I don't know what's on it. He's written something on it. I can't see it for love and money. And, he thinks this is intimidation. What a complete and utter fucking girl. You're a fucking girl, Van Turner. You're a fucking girl. Where is your manlyhood? Tell everybody, come on, tell everybody what kind of man you are. Where is your balls that you tell everybody you've got? Where is the strength you've got that you're going to do the rest of it? You're hiding in Minnesota. I'm sorry, lady, I can't stand this fucking gutless piece of shit coward any longer. I'm going to ban him from the studio. So there you go. Sorry about that, Ernesto, but I'm just not going to take this shit from these numpties anymore, and that's the purpose of the video. So there you go. Listen, if you've got any information whatsoever on Andy on Mactan, who actually lives in Leyte, I'd be very grateful for it because I'm going over there this year, and I'd be very interested in hunting this fool down and taking him to account. In fact, when I say taking him to account, it's just walking up to him, grabbing him by the scruff of the neck and beating the fuck out of him. So if you can use your connections and the way you do things and use your magic to find Andy on Mactan, I put out, years ago, a reward, 50K, 50,000 pesos to anybody who can identify Andy on Mactan and his details, his contact details, his location. Anybody out there who can give me the details on Andy on Mactan, exactly where he is in the Philippines, 50,000 pesos equivalent is coming your way. So, Ernesto, do your stuff. that has always been there. Anyway, enough of me. I'll shut up. How you going? You just say, I'll just sit back and you go.
I mean, you really have nothing to worry about with Van Turner. It's so hilarious because the guy just had a mini stroke, right? His
Okay.
he only has one working eye. One of his eyes is completely shut to where he can only see out of one eye. And I'd be surprised if he could do 10 jumping jacks, to be honest with you. That would
So
be
hang on. Sorry. I understand what you just said, but who are we talking about?
Van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have affected his brain, the oxygen going to his brain, because in this live stream, the one that I put up, the the link to Andy on McTan, he's sitting there threatening me with all sorts of dire. Should I meet him in person? But then he says I have to track him down. Wow, isn't he brave? He says how nothing about GD concerns him in any way, shape, or form. So why is he scared not to say, well, this is where I am, come and see me? I mean, how do these idiots really think they come across? Oh, I'm this big, tough bloke. GD doesn't worry. But I'm not going to identify where I am so he can come to see me because I'm scared of him because I'm a fucking wanker. You know, I mean, it's beyond pathetic. They rave on their power, their strength, their authority on these idiot live streams, on these numpty channels, on these Hmong channels. But when it comes down face to face with me, no, sorry, not a word, nothing.
Hey, GD, did you see did you see he was in his underwear? Did you see that Andy on MacTan was in his underwear and he kept standing up to go get something? And you
Here
can
is a
just see
man.
him in his boxers, in his
Yeah,
underwear. It's just like he's got this belly, this saggy everything, and he's just gross. He's sitting there drinking beer in his underwear, and then stands up and gives everybody a free show. Oh
and
God,
and
I was
like I say,
dying.
in that link that I put up for his channel, here he is trying to convince everybody that this, with no shirt and his underwear, in this grubby little dive in the mountains of Leyte with
He's getting
nothing,
bitten.
that he's an
He's getting
important
eaten
businessman
alive by
in Berlin.
mosquitoes.
I mean,
Oh,
what's happened is he put this up, and then what happened is another person involved in all this has tracked him down using some sort of, I don't know, you can take a photo of something and you can put it on the internet somehow and it identifies it. Well, he was identified at a service station on Leyte when he did his last live stream. And so I put it to him that we now know your general location. And then we got the other location from this live stream that he's done, where he's showing us this is the local place, blah, 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 blah. He now knows that we're that close to him. It's not funny. So he's made up this bullshit story that he's a businessman in Berlin, that he's going to fly to Berlin and clean up his holdings and affairs in Berlin. I mean, wank, wank, wank. And then he's going to go and move all his holdings to Portugal. I mean, does this idiot fucking imbecile numpty really believe that anybody in their right minds is going to listen to him shirtless in a fucking hovel in the mountains of the Philippines, that he's this entrepreneur businessman with holdings in Berlin and Portugal? I mean, who the fuck does this fool think we all are?
oh, yeah. I mean, well, he says he lives near Ormoc City there, right? So, yeah, he says he lives in that Canega, whatever that is. Canega? It's near Ormoc City. Is that
Leo,
where
how
it
you
is?
going, mate? Mate, I just can't understand it. You know, like, everybody knows me. They know where I am, all this sort of stuff. They're quite welcome. And I've known this for years. Where are all these numpties who keep threatening me with all these dire consequences? Where are they? I have been threatened by so many of them, it's not funny. Bing Maria. is going to spend the special forces of the Philippines to kidnap me. They're going to fly in here one night. They're going to jump out of an aeroplane at 20,000 feet. They're going to capture me, and then they're going to secretly take me back to the Philippines to face trial.
Oh yeah. Hey, Stacy said his sheriff. Stacy said his sheriff is going to help him to get you arrested. You remember? He said, "Yeah, my sheriff is going to help me. He's going to help me get GD arrested."
Okay. Well, listen, Bullwinkle, I won't divulge your real identity. Thank you for chiming in. Bullwinkle is somebody I know, and he says the GPS location is right on a map I sent you a few weeks ago when we talked on Messenger, which we did. If you need it, I can send it to you again. No, I've got it. This is my side account. You know why I don't use my real one. Yep, I'm completely happy with that. Thank you for the info. Actually, yes, send it to me again because you didn't actually. Yep, you told me that you found the location, but you didn't actually name it. So if you can name the location of that service station where he broadcasts, yeah, because I'm going there and I will go there and I will let these fools know. But guess what, Ernesto? I'm going to, I will announce when I arrive there and I will be in Bohol, but I'm also going to Leyte. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a number of really good friends in Hilongos, Leyte. In fact, I have a huge list of contacts in Hilongos and extremely well-connected friends in Hilongos. So as this friggin' idiot Andy on McCann is based in Leyte and not in Cordova, Cebu, he's never been to Cordova, Cebu. He wouldn't know Cordova, Cebu if it shoved itself up his ass. I will be on Leyte and I will show and give my location and I will be there for several weeks. And if this gutless piece of crap threatening me with all these dire situations has got any ball at all, he'll show up.
He's making threats in his
He's gonna
underwear. He's
he's gonna
making threats in
destroy
his
me.
underwear.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, he
None of
you
them
saw.
will be anywhere. Okay, I don't know, guys. I'm really apologise about that. Like I said, in fact, actually, I missed the video that I was going to put up. We have a determined fault on our line, on our telephone line, which is the only. So it's not actually dial-up. It's supposed to be NBN. So Optus has an NBN pit, a National Broadcast Network pit outside our house. Sometime between now and the 24th, they're going to put an Ernesto. There you go. Sorry, mate. And they're going to put the fibre optic cable from the NBN pit to our house. Then we get a new special modem to plug into the box that they put on the house with the NBN fibre optic cable, and then we go from there. But in the meantime, it's been a nightmare, so I apologise for that. No, it's actually on Kalinga Lady Leo. We're going to try that later. So that's Leo saying thanks. Yeah, he hasn't showed up. No one showed up for anything. Like every time I go to the Philippines, we're going to fucking take you to the cleaners, GD. We're going to fucking do this. We're going to fucking do that. We're going to come to your hotel or your hospital bed. We're going to serve papers on you. We're going to lay charges against you. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Honey, not one of them have ever turned up.
Not even Doc M. Doc M said he was going to come and meet you, right? What happened to him?
Yeah, and when he went on to Doc M, he goes on to Hogg's video and tells him the name of the hotel that he's staying in Cebu, just across the road from Chongwei Hospital. So I go there with his photograph and everything. I say, there's a mate of mine from the States. Yeah, what hotel room's he in? No one knew him. Never seen him. Nobody had ever heard of him. But this was Hogg's agent in Cebu who was going to come to my hospital room. Didn't turn up at the hospital. He was not anyone ever to be seen at the hotel that he said he was staying with. I mean, this is the numpty bullshit of Brian Smith and his Hmong friggin' cyber wanker fucking idiot dumb cunt supporters. And the same as this Andy O'Macan, what a gutless, pathetic, trivial little man. If he was anything that he said he was, he knows where I am. He knows that I'm GD Mead of 17 Laurel Ave, Casino, New South Wales, 247. He knows my email address. He knows my everything. But where is he? And what does he show me about him? His big, tough fucking, all the shit that he puts out and all the threats he makes and all the fucking I'm going to do this and if you come anywhere near me, I'll fucking do this and I'll fucking do that and I'll fucking do the other. Well, let me come. Let me come. I'll come. And you have a go and see what happens. Now, listen, I'm not in the best of health, but I've watched that little fool in the last couple of weeks on his live stream. I will rip him to pieces. I may not be in the best of health. I may not be in the best of fitness, but that little runt, with what I know and what I've been taught over the years and how to defend myself and how to put shit on other people physically, I will beat the absolute living fucking daylights out of that fool wherever he stands. As for the big numpty that talks so much shit on his live stream, the big man, the fucking absolute fucking big man, fucking this Van Turner prick who's not in the Philippines, the house that he's in that he showed, I mean, he doesn't move from the corner. He tries to convince everybody he's in the Philippines. He's nowhere. He's a loser in Mississippi who wants to live in the Philippines but can't afford it. He's on fucking food stamps in Mississippi. But he sits there carrying on. If GD comes anywhere near me the day I see him, that's the last day on earth for GD. I will fucking tear him apart. It will be GD's worst day on earth. Well, if you're that strong and if you're that fucking powerful and if you're that big and you're that hairy and you're that fucking humongous, where are you? I will come and meet you face to face any day of the week because you are, like all fucking wankers, a coward. Just a fucking coward talking shit on the internet. I'm here. I'm real. I'm real. Everybody knows who I am. They know what I am. They know what I stand for. You are just a fucking numpty, drunken fucking piece of shit asshole in cyberspace making threats of absolutely no substance. Because who are you? Where are you? If you're so fucking, you think that you can zot me like an ant, why are you so scared of me finding out where you are? Why don't you identify your location? You gutless fucking loser.
Hey, GD, tell me, do you think, Andy, he showed you those bullets that he had waiting for you. Did you see those
Oh,
bullets he was showing on there?
yeah, but I mean that's how pathetic he is. If this man is
Yeah.
armed with guns, why is he so scared of telling you where to come to get this bullet? Why is he so scared of being secret? If he what you're telling everybody, okay, I've got bullets for GD, but then he says GD has to track him down.
Yeah.
How ridiculously, pathetically stupid is that? How cowardly and gutless is that?
He doesn't have a gun anyway.
He wouldn't have a
He probably
fucking.
found those bullets somewhere.
Now, the thing is, I will be honest, and I've shown this before in videos when I was in the Philippines. I do carry a firearm in the Philippines. I have carried a firearm in the Philippines on a number of occasions. Is that legal? No. Does anybody give a shit? No. Nobody gives a shit. I walked into Taliban police station with a 1911 45 caliber Colt fucking automatic pistol in my belt at the back. And when I walked out, I'll show you. This is I'll give you an example. This is a camera stand, right? This is just a thing that holds my phone. But when I walked out, I had I'll pull this down like this. I had the gun in the back of my belt like that. And as I walked out of the station, that was the butt of the gun. And one of the constables, one of the cops called me back. He says, "Hey, Jeff." And I go, "Yeah, mate, what's up?" He says, "Hey, mate. He says, "You can't walk around like that." He says, "At least cover it up." And I go, "What do you mean?" He says, "We can see the butt of your gun." So what I did, I went like this. I just pulled my shirt up, put my shirt over it, and away I went. Now, that was at a Philippines police station. According to the law of the Philippines, I should have been arrested and thrown in a jail. Foreigners aren't allowed to carry firearms. No one gives a shit. I've explained how I got my firearms many times. So I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It just seems that it keeps dropping out. And I apologise for that. I don't know. Again, Ernesto, I'm sorry. I don't know why the internet keeps dropping out. We're having that many problems with it. They've reimbursed us for 2 months. We pay $110 a month for our internet, our phones, our landline, and they've reimbursed us for 2 months.
For $100?
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm just. This is Australia. This is not the Philippines. This shouldn't be happening.
I was going to say $100 sounds like a good deal for all that. But maybe that's why it's bad service.
Yeah, once we get the fiber optic in, this won't happen again. And this will be, the number one. Yeah, so, well, Bullwinkle, yeah, I can see that. The protections from Aswang to, yeah, I get you. Now, I was given my 45 and my 38 direct from the production line of an arms corps factory. And I've told this story many times. I don't care. No one's going to find out where it was or who did it. But I toured this facility, and the manager at the end, when we came down after seeing the whole manufacturing process, the 45s were coming down that line, rolling down on rollers on a production line, and then the 38s, the 6.38s were coming down that line, and they were all being boxed up to be sent out to the arms corps dealers all around, gun shops all around the Philippines. And the manager says to me, choose. And I go, he goes, choose. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, which one do you want? Grab one. I go, but I'm a foreigner. I can't carry firearms. And he just laughed. He said, Jeffrey, for God's sake, just choose. So I'm standing there. So he just grabbed one off the 38, one of the 9mm, put them together. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I had 2 brand new firearms just handed to me. And I'm going, but I'll get arrested. I'll go to jail for the rest of my life. He says, you're in the Philippines. He said, we have 1 million laws. No one obeys any one of them. I said, don't worry about it. No one's going to touch it. And like I say, I walked in that police station with one on my back. And they didn't give a shit. They couldn't give a fuck. Guns in the Philippines are like grains of rice. They're fucking everywhere. Everybody's got one. Any foreigner in the Philippines who tells me that he can't get his hands on a gun is a blind moron. Now, I've got a friend in the Philippines, and he took me into his safe room, what he calls his safe room. Holy fucking moly. I have never seen anything like it. It was like, you see those movies where Rambo flicks the button under the counter and the screen slides up and there's these fucking, that's what this guy had. That's what this foreigner had. Never seen anything like it. And I thought, fuck me, dude, you're set here for World War III. He said, well, you never know. You never know. He said, this is a volatile country. And he said, anybody wants to come and fucking have a go at me and mine, they're going to have to get through this first. I'm standing there. Couldn't believe it. But I also met a legitimate Filipino in Cebu, a Filipino citizen and his Filipino wife, and I went to the house, very well-off Filipinos, very well-off. And he also showed me his gun collection, and I'm not kidding, I'm just, fuck off. I couldn't believe it. No, it was literally an armory in his home, literally. And I said, well, what happens? He said, well, as you know, I'm probably the richest person in this area. And I go, yeah, well, I know that. And he said, well, private armies are legitimate in the Philippines. In the Philippines, you can have 500, up to 500 armed retainers on your service. And that is legal. You can have your own private army of 500. And this guy had a registered private army. I don't know how they call it or how they term it, but he had 500 people registered to carry arms on his behalf, and he provided everything. And I said, so if someone tries to rob you, he said, maybe they will, but they'll never get away. He said, everybody in this barangay is part of my security force. They might get out of this house, but they'll never get down to the end of the street. I go, wow. And he said, everybody would come running. They'd be armed to the teeth, and God help the bastard that tries to piss me off. And I just, fuck. You don't know these things until you go to the Philippines. You don't understand them until you meet the people who've got these things in place. But when you meet a guy who's got a 500-man standing army at his back, and he's got the guns in his house to arm them, you think to yourself, what the fuck? I mean, look it up, ladies. You'll just Google it. Private armies in the Philippines, private security retaining forces, whatever you want to call it. It's totally legal. And a lot of politicians, a lot of, celebrities and that they've got armed retainers coming out of their fucking ears. It's unbelievable. The life in the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, is worth nothing. The General of Police on Bohol, about, 18 months ago, came out on Bohol TV, Visayan TV, and begged the people of Bohol to dob in all the ride and tandem owners, because the amount of executions and killings, extrajudicial killings for profit, was just getting out of hand. It's gotten down. The price now, if you go to Bohol, you can have a person killed for 6,000 pesos. Now, today, lady, I don't know what the American rate is. I believe the American rate is very high, but at the moment, if I take 6,000 and I divide it by the Australian rate, which is 39.5, we have 39.5 pesos to the dollar. So it's 6,000 divided by 39.5 equals 151 bucks. I can have someone killed on Bohol. It used to be 270. Remember, I've said this a million times. If I wanted Brian Smith dead, 270 bucks. I mean, that's not even lunch money, but 151 bucks? Shit, I could afford to go to the loo, have a crap and wipe my ass with 151 bucks. Wouldn't worry me. But that's what it costs you in Bohol to have someone killed. Life is cheap in the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen. It is beyond cheap. That's one of the reasons that, okay, so the US, it's 59.4. Thanks for that, Bill. Okay, so let's have a look at that. So 6,000 pesos divided by 59.4 equals $101, ladies and gentlemen. For $101 US on Bohol, you can legitimately hire a hitman to kill somebody. Now, I'm not talking shit. I'm not making up a story. Anybody who knows, watching out there, knows that hiring a ride and tandem crew to kill somebody is as easy as pie in the Philippines. I'm just telling the stats. And the statistics are that the going rate on Bohol at the moment is 6,000 pesos. You can look it up on the Bohol Chronicle, the largest newspaper on Bohol. Look up any news source and you will see that's a fact. It's reported every day. You will see that the general in charge of police of the entire island of Bohol is begging people. Yeah, so I'm getting a bit fed up with this. I think we might turn it off, but thank you for that information, Bullwinkle. Yeah, 59.4. That's a bloody good rate. That's a really good rate. Listen, guys, what do we got here? 3 PMP was killed on Negros last week by another PMP officer, including the captain of the precinct. Oh, my God. Yeah, life is cheap. Again, Ernesto, sorry about this. It just
No problem. No problem.
But listen, yeah, you've obviously come in to say hi. Do you have anything?
I mean, since your video was about the Andy's live stream there, I just wanted to come in and say that Van looks so horrible with one eye. I think he says he sees double if he doesn't close one eye. So I don't know that he'll even be able to find you if he's seeing double. He just had a mini stroke. And his doctors told him to quit smoking and drinking as he sits there smoking and drinking on camera. So,
Maybe he can.
oh, look at that. That's cool. That's a zipper shirt. Ah, that's good.
Well,
You.
what I might do in a video or whatever, I bought 19 new T-shirts to take to Cebu. 19. This is one of them because the material is really soft and it's really great in a humid environment. You don't sweat.
It's like wicking.
I bought 2 pair of shoes. I bought 6 pair of cargo pants. I bought all this clothing. Oh, listen, I can report now, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I was given an appointment at the hospital on February the 12th to see the neurosurgeon to go in for my spinal surgery. So hopefully that will fix me up, because at the moment, like I keep saying to you guys, you've got no idea what I'm going through. I woke up this morning and I physically cried. I broke down and I just cried with the pain of it, because before I went to bed last night, obviously I took some pain to get me through the night. Otherwise I couldn't sleep. But when I woke up this morning, the pills had wore off and I woke up, the pain just hit me, because what the painkillers do, it just makes the pain go away. It just dulls the pain. It doesn't take it away. It just stops you from feeling it. But when you wake up and the painkillers are worn off, you feel it. And I woke up this morning and I cried with the pain. It was that bad. It was that severe. And I just had to take more painkillers. So I'm getting pretty fed up with that, because these are heavy duty class A drugs. I'm not sure if I'm getting addicted to them. I know that I'm relying on them, but I'm being very careful. The original dosage was 1 endone with 1 Nurofen, and then that'd do you for like 8 to 12 hours. And so I was surviving with that for quite a while. I'm now on 3 endone. Now remember, endone is morphine in tablet form. 3 endone. I'm eating them like lollies, and it's still, so this is really dangerous. Yeah, my doctor warned me. He said, Jeff, if you're drinking while you're taking this stuff, he said, you're playing with fire. I'll tell you, folks, I don't care anymore. I've had enough. So they gave me this appointment today for the 12th of February. Now, that's a month away. I'm climbing the wall now. I don't know what I'm going to be like in a month's time. I don't know if I'm going to make it. So my GP told me today, I had an appointment with my GP today before I rang and got this all confirmed. He said to me, Jeff, he said, get your missus to put you in the car and take you up and present at the emergency room, show them the results from the MRI, and just say, I can't go, I need help now. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I tried to do this before. I've got this, what do you call it? Summary of what's happened in my MRI. Don't tell me that's Tony. Oh my God, it is. Hang on a sec, ladies and gentlemen. I've got the summary of my MRI, and basically it says my back's fucked. Hang on, we've got someone to come in and say hello.
Needy.
Tony.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah,
I'm just hey, Enrico, Ernesto.
Yo,
hey,
what's up?
I'll give it another one. Meaty.
That's better. That one has oomph in it.
Meaty. How you going, Meaty? Listen, I'm in
Good. Where are you, Tony? You're in Manila. You're over there.
No. I'm still about 10 days away from that. I'm in the local Adelaide Mall. Yeah.
I'm not a coward. I'm going to tell you. I don't care if the Mongs know it or not. I'm going to be there for all of May. All of May this year.
Yeah.
Now
I'll be way back. I'll be back way by then. Yeah.
Okay. Depending on what happens with the rice land. Now I've got a comment up there from Guga Man. Hey, GD, I'm in the Philippines. We'll take you up on your offer of the rice land, but the problem is your estimates are off. 2 hectares will only profit maybe 150,000, 200,000 per year. Well, good manga pay, good good. I don't know. Listen, it's actually 4.5 hectares. I got that all wrong. We got the sketch plans and the diagrams out the other day. It's 4.5 hectares. And the DENR report gave us an absolute minimum. With not even working hard of 2.5 million per 2 crops per year. So listen, I will put my email address in now. Hang on a sec, ladies and gentlemen, because anybody who's going to talk to me on this, because Elaine and I are at wit's end on this.
Listen, Meaty, I'll just say goodbye because I'm in a mall. I just wanted to say a quick hello and a quick Meaty. See you, Ernesto, but I'll be listening. Bye, guys.
Excellent.
Okay,
we'll see you later, Tony.
Come with me. Change your ticket and come with me, you bum. Okay, now good. That's my email address. Contact me. Because trust me, I've got the DENR and Department of Agriculture reports from Taliban Municipal Hall to show you. So if you're interested and if you're serious, we've got the land. It's as simple as that. Look, where are you going to find 4.5 hectares of rice land in the most productive area of the Philippines? Now, that's what it is. Kandahar, now we're just a little bit out of Kandahar and Villa Teresita, is the most productive rice growing area in the Philippines. It is sponsored by the government for the yield, okay? The land itself is, the soil and the water and everything is 100% rice, number one, you bloody beauty. We love you, motherfucker. And that's where we've got 4.5 hectares. And it's sitting there idle doing nothing. But I know damn well that someone from the local barangay is using it. Of course they are. They're not going to just leave it. They know we're in Australia. They know that they can get away with it.
I know how to get them off your land, GD. I know how to get them off your land. You tell President Trump there's oil on your land.
Okay, well, listen, whoever you are, here's the thing. What gets me, now I'm sitting down, even my Asawa is going, oh, no one's going to believe you. No one's going to, it's Philippines. All we want is 10%. We're not asking you for a monthly rental or a monthly charge. We're not asking you for anything except at the end of the year, and we're not asking you for that. Now, we all know that you can get 2 rice crops in a year. If you're a smart farmer, you can get 3. I'm not saying to you, even after the first crop, give me X. I'm saying to you, after the second crop, we make an agreement at the end of the year, when it's all said and done, you've had 2 crops. You give me 10% of what you net. Not what you gross. I'm not even asking for the gross. I'm asking for the net. So you farm our land for 12 months. You grow 2 crops. You sell those 2 crops for whatever you sell them for. You take out your costs. It goes back in your pocket because you spent that. I didn't. How fair am I being? I'm being more than fair. And so whatever's left after you've taken all your costs out and paid yourself back so that you're not losing any money, you give me 10% of what profit you make. And this is why nobody in the Philippines will deal with me, because they think I'm a scammer. Well, how can I scam them? They're on the land. Once I show them the land and we make a contract to these details, there's no scam. The land is there. The production value is there. Depends on how good a farmer you are. So you farm it, you pay for whatever it costs to do that. I'm not going to pay for it. I'm giving you the opportunity and the land to do it that you haven't got. Where do you get that? You don't get that anywhere. Nobody gives you nothing in the Philippines. Well, I'm giving it to you for 10% of the net value of whatever you make. And this is why everybody in the Philippines call, GD, that's bullshit. Nobody does that. Nobody's that generous. Can people not understand 10% of something is better than 100% of nothing? Does that not make sense to anybody? For fuck's sake, you don't have to be a rocket science to work out that that's a good deal. But everybody goes, he's a liar, he's a cheat, there's a catch, there's a con, it's a scam. Fucking numpties, no brain fucking idiots. You know, now if that was a piece of fucking cattle raising farmland here in Australia, they'd be shooting my door down to fucking get the deal because they're smart people and know, wow, this is unreal. You know what I mean? But in the Philippines, they're money grubbing, thieving fucking con men who just can't believe a good deal when they see it and think it's a scam because they're all thieves. And anybody who doesn't like me saying that, I don't care because I've proved it time and time again. I can't give away 4.5 fucking hectares of the best rice land in fucking Bohol, because people think it's a con. How dumb is that? How suspicious and how fucking up shit creek are those people? Because they're all thieves, they're all crooks, and they're all bloody corrupt. And they just don't know that there are honest people out there like me who are willing to give a decent deal. I'm here in Australia earning nothing. So you work there in the Philippines on that land and give me 10% of what it's worth and I'll be happy. And they just go, oh, what? Unsa talaga. You know, that fucking tiny-minded fucking thieving cunts. Because that's how it works in the Philippines. That's what they are. If you've got a business in the Philippines and you're a foreigner and you're not there standing over the little pricks 24/7, they will rob you fucking blind. There's no racism here. There's no bigotry here. It's the fucking truth. Tell me I'm wrong. It's the fucking truth. And the problem these days is the woke left doesn't allow you to say the truth. Well, I don't give a fuck. This is Australia. We can say whatever we like. And the truth is that your average Filipino will fucking rob you blind. If you're a foreigner living overseas and they're running a business for you, it'll be 50 pesos for you and 2,500 for them. And we all fucking know it. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry again, guys. I don't know what happened there, but I would like to say a huge g'day. A huge g'day to Denny here. Or Dean, Danny, I've never figured out. Thank you, Dong. Thank you for dropping in. It's been a while. Really appreciate your input. Thank you so much. Yeah, really good to see you, Denny. Hang on a sec, let me get this. Tony, I've got no idea. Okay, there we go. Sorry again, Ernesto. It's just I don't know. I'm getting so pissed off this internet.
That's all right. Yeah, I mean, I've got to run anyway, but let me just say this, Van, you're almost dead. You have one eye, and I'm positive you can't do 10 jumping jacks. So until you can do 10 jumping jacks, let's not even talk about you doing anything at all. So I challenge Van to do 10 jumping jacks.
Yeah. Look, anybody can go onto a video live stream on the internet and make threats towards a person, which they're all doing on Andy on MacTan's channel. They're all making threats towards me that they're going to tear me apart, that if I come anywhere near them, they're going to make my life a misery. It'll be the last thing I ever do. It'll be the worst day of my life, blah, 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 blah. But then they say, now you have to track me down to find out. Well, hang on, if you're this big, brave, really hard man, you'd be telling me, come, this is my address, come, I'll deal to you. But no, they're hiding behind cameras that they're in these little wee small dark rooms making all these massive threats. These big brave men telling everybody how they're going to deal to me, how they're going to rip me apart, how they're going to tear me to pieces. They're making all these threats, but not identifying, well, how am I supposed to get to them so that they can do all this? They're hiding in cyberspace like the cockroach, coward, motherfucking numpties they are, because they know if I came within 5 miles of them, they'll have to run. You see, unlike them, I know the right people. I do the right thing. I'm respected by a lot of different authorities in the Philippines for the charity work that I do over there. Who are they? What have they ever done? I can rack up occasion after occasion after occasion of donations that this channel has forwarded to deserving people in the Philippines. What can they do? All they can offer is, I'm going to kill you, GD meter. You come anywhere near me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. They've done nothing for the Philippines. They've done nothing for the Filipino people around them except abuse them, treat them like shit. Van Turner, the big man, who the only thing that he can provide his asawa is the proverbial white plastic chair. I mean, oh, God, this guy's so successful. This guy is someone to look after. He's got the white plastic chair. Tan, whoever that fool is, he makes a video not long ago telling us how even the Filipino woman that he was with has walked out on him because she couldn't stand him. I mean, I couldn't believe he admitted it. How much of a loser do you have to be to get a provincial, uneducated, illiterate, field hand Filipina to walk out on you? How bad do you have to be? Well, you have to be Andy on MacTan, because the woman that he was tied up with walked out on him, left him. You're a loser. Now, we're talking about a middle-aged Filipino woman who couldn't stand the prick, in his own words. But I've got business in Berlin, he says, and then I'm going to have to sort out my holdings in Portugal. I mean, it's beyond comical. It's beyond ridiculous. And then his guest on his live stream, oh, yeah, that GD comes anywhere near me, it'll be his last day on earth. I will, it'll be so sad for him, it's not a problem. But I'm hiding here in Minnesota, and he's going to have to track me down before any of this happens. Folks, it's been hilarious. I came on just to let you know that the morons and their mongs are still going. Whoever Van Turner is in Minnesota or Minneapolis or wherever he is in the United States, he's certainly not in the Philippines, sitting in his grubby. But have a look at him later. Go and like I say, go and have a look at the links that I've put up, and go and have a look at this wild, crazed lunatic. And 37 minutes into this, into that video that I've given you the link for, to hear him raving on what he's going to do to me, and then telling everybody how, yeah, I'm big, I'm tough, and like, once GD tracks me down, if he can track me down, well, Why don't you tell me where you are? I'll come to you so fast it's not funny. And I'll bring swift justice to you. And he knows it. He's an imbecile, a complete and utter total imbecile. Yeah, I don't blame her after seeing the louse sitting around the house in his underwear, drunk, smoking cigarette butts. Yeah. Yeah, Andy on Mactan, but he's never been to Mactan. Now, lady, you know, my family's from Mactan. My Asawa's family. Oh, by the way, on the 7th of January, for those of you who don't know, my Asawa and I had our 37th wedding anniversary. How many Filipinos married to foreigners do you know have been together 37 years? You may know one or two, but you won't know any more than that. We've been together 37 years. Why? My wife is my wife. She's not my maid. She's not my yaya. She doesn't jump when I click my fingers, and I would never click my fingers at my wife because I respect her. She's my wife. She doesn't have her money. I don't have my money. That's not hers. That's not mine. Everything that we have is ours. We make every decision together. And that's why we've been together for 37 years. And anybody who says to me that this is mine and that's hers, that's not a marriage. That's bullshit. But you see, I'm old school. I'm 67 years of age. I got married when I was coming up 30, first time. Ellie was only 27. There's only 3 years age difference between us. How many white guys do you know married to Filipinos? There's 3 years age difference. Not many, eh? And do you know, to this day, I'm not interested in anybody else. I couldn't be bothered with anybody else except my Asawa of 37 years. Thank you, Bullwinkle. Really good. Ernesto, I'm going to wind up, mate.
Yeah, I just want to say goodbye.
Yeah, if I could ask you if there's any way, and I'm imposing on you here, I know, if you could help me track down Andy on Mactan. Bullwinkle has put me in contact with a number of things. He's given me some very good information. So I hope that by the time I go over there in May, we've got a location. And I will go and find this little prick. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, on camera, I'll beat the crap out of him. I swear to God. What that pathetic, disgusting, vile little coward on the internet has done, what he's directed at my children and my relatives is beyond sick. It's beyond perverted. It's beyond a joke. And this is why they're hiding, because they know that I will deal to them. They know that again, apologies, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll get out of it. They know that in the Philippines, I can actually make things happen, whereas they can't. They're all just full of shit. And that's why they're not identifying themselves where they are in the Philippines, because they've got no backup. They don't know anybody. They're just a mouth. That's all they are. Mouthy fucking losers. Well, come on, Andy on Mactan. I'm going to be there in May. You've got now 3 months to show on your channel what a big man you really are and identify where you are. Show people that you're not a fucking loser that I say you are. Show people that you are actually a man of character. Identify yourself. Tell everybody where you are. Invite me to come there and fucking face you. But you know what? You won't. You never will, because you're a pathetic fucking loser. It's all you were yesterday, it's all you are today, and it's all you're going to be tomorrow. And as for that fucking idiot you have on your live stream, that Van Turner, What a complete and utter total psycho. Again, identify yourself where you are. And I'll come there and let everybody see you make good all these bullshit, fucking pathetic threats. You fucking weirdos. That's all you are. Sick, twisted wankers on camera. You can't even keep a middle-aged Filipino peasant. You're that fucking useless. Hey, guy, good talking to you. Love you. Thanks very much for dropping in. I didn't expect anybody to. Robo, congrats to you both, mate. I know a lot of Filipinos in the Mount. Good day from South Africa. Well, thanks very much, Robo. Appreciate it. Robo. No, appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'll call it quits, ladies and gentlemen. Got my message across. I'm going to the Philippines. These guys who go all over the internet telling everybody that they're going to destroy me, tear me apart, rip me to pieces. Well, now, if I've got nowhere to go to meet you, for you to do this, well, you're not going to come to me. How are you going to do that? You bunch of fucking numpties. Wait till their next live stream comes out with all these, I'm going to do this. It's going to be pathetic, ladies and gentlemen. So don't forget that link. Watch the bullshit that's going to come up on that channel now. Watch these estranged, crazy, gutless, nutless little fuckwits talk shit about GD on their next live stream. Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Please, wherever you are in the world, pay it forward. Just pay it forward. Open that wallet. While you're in the queue at the grocery shop, pay that old lady's groceries for her. Just be nice. Give somebody else in the world something that you can afford. Be nice. Pay it forward. I do. Great feeling. Great feeling. Salamat. Siggy, siggy. Ooh, ooh. Siggy, siggy. Ooh, ooh. I say siggy, siggy. Ooh, ooh. We'll catch you next time. And very soon, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be coming to you live from Cebu. GD says, catch you next time. Bye.